What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here with Marshall and Matt, and in today's episode of Around the Block, we're going to go through the worst types of people that are ruining the car community.
So at the top of the list for today, it's obviously going to be the Takeover Kids. You know, we've all seen the videos on Instagram, just coming up all the time in my feed of kids just driving whatever, G35s, G37s, stealing cars, like the C7 video.
Oh, dude, the C7 video.
Stolen C7 just getting
lit on fire and jumped on. Fire? Yeah, they lit it on fire. They literally were dumping gasoline in a C7 and just like up in flames, dude. That's crazy.
Where in town?
Not in our city.
Okay.
Not in this city. But one thing that did happen in this city was that rollover in that SUV where all those people were hanging out the window and they got crushed. 4 of them, right? Yeah, I think 4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah, they're just like in a Dodge Durango or something.
Yeah,
just
like
whipping it.
Trying to do a J-turn or something, and they just rolled it, crushed a bunch of chicks, and I don't know. I heard a couple people died. I don't know.
Yeah. There were definitely some dead people. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. But I mean, it's like when you do these things, you know,
it's making a bad name.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean, that's just what happens.
Yeah. It's like the rest of us who have cars that sound cool, that look, you know, cool. They're being profiled now, almost, by, like, law enforcement and stuff,
That is true, yeah.
And maybe just by regular bystanders when they see this shit on the news. It's not an enjoyable thing for them to look at. And now we're getting associated with that, you know, and I don't think it's a healthy thing for anyone in the car community.
I mean, Takeover Kids are just kind of the worst. I really don't have a lot to say about them. They just really ruin the scene for everybody.
I don't like the fact that we're seeing perfectly good cars just get torn up and shit, like, for no reason. Like, drifting is one thing. When you're, like, banging doors with somebody on the track, you know, like, that's way cooler of a way to, like, total your car than, like, at an intersection running a fat kid over, you know, like.
Dude, don't even get me started about the people that are like, bro, yeah, I was drifting the other day, and I'm like, no, you're doing donuts in an intersection. That is not drifting. Takeover Kids, you are not drifting.
Do you see?
Just so we're clear.
You know, you guys heard the term rollback, right?
Yeah, the rollback.
It's like, oh yeah, spinning out has a name to it now.
Yeah, now you're spinning out seem cool.
I didn't think it was going to be a big thing either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought, you know, once in a while, starting out last year, a couple years ago maybe, I'd see 1 or 2 videos of, like, some person getting run over and their pants getting ripped off or something. And, you know, I was like, that's kind of funny. But now it's like a virus, man. It's spread.
Did it start in COVID? Like 2021?
It seems like it did. Yeah, it seemed like it started with, like, the riots.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Which I could totally see. But, I mean, I'm sure it's been around longer than that.
True.
I think that's when it started getting prominent. I think the craziest part is, like, it's definitely entertaining to watch. And I think that's why it's so popular, is because most people are, like, looking at it, like, that guy got what he deserved. Like, it's like, that guy got run over, that guy's doing cartwheels over there. Like,
that guy's car got smashed up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's probably not his.
They're like, okay, well, share it. Like, it's pretty funny. And so it's like it's just spreading. And
have you ever seen one go well? Someone like didn't crash into another person and like almost kill somebody.
I don't think those videos get shared.
Yeah, those videos don't get shared. Yeah, that is so true.
It's like, what's your mindset? Yeah, my car is coming out in one piece after this. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand. Take it to the track, kids.
Take it to the track. That's one thing that, you know, when I'm watching these, a lot of them are just like, they're pretty decent cars too. I'm like, okay, that's 20 grand.
The Blackwing. You guys see the one with the Blackwing?
There's one with the Black.
Yeah, he's doing a burnout in the Blackwing. Maybe it's just a CTSV, like a newer CTSV.
I mean, still.
And it blows the tire up, and then it just shears the rest of the quarter panel off the car.
Oh, God, yeah.
I was like, damn.
Or the odds it's stolen.
Oh, yeah, it's probably stolen.
Yeah, probably eight times out of 10 it's a stolen car.
Yeah.
Don't be like the Takeover Kids.
No, don't do it.
Please don't. Number 2 is some of you boys out there are simping a little too hard for these car chicks. Okay.
Yeah, we need to stop simping out here as men. This is ruining the car community because this is going to tie into something we're talking about later, but I'm sure everyone's seen it. Case in point, social media, looking at TikTok, looking at Instagram, looking at Facebook. You know, you could be a 6 with a rear-wheel drive car.
This is a green car.
And you'll have just thousands of followers for no reason. Yeah. You don't know anything about cars. You haven't worked on a car before, which establishes credibility. We know that. It's important. Always wrench on your own car if you can.
Well, a little bit of cleavage helps too, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
show a little bit of side boob.
You're right.
Another thing that I wanted to add to this is that so many people on like YouTube and Instagram, like so many dudes will like use their girlfriends or wives or whatever for like clout, and they'll like put them as the thumbnail, or they'll put them in a slutty outfit or something, and they're like, yeah, babe, just you know, pretend you're working on the car, do this, whatever, and then it blows up. It blows up, right? So it's like they're getting the, and it's because of simps. So if you're watching this and you're a simp, stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
And if you're not a simp, subscribe to the channel, because that's what we're about here.
No simps allowed!
No simps allowed on Mile High Misfits. We don't do that here.
I was thinking on those lines, it's important to not have these just regular ass cars representing what the car community should actually be. Because when someone actually does have a sick build that, you know, they've worked on for years and they put like a lot of money and time into, those are the people that are more deserving of the clout. Yeah, those are people that actually have established it and earned it and broken their knuckles
through work. I mean, these chicks that are actually doing the car. I mean, if you can work on your own car, that's one thing.
Exactly.
Right? If you can work on your chick, by all means, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But if you're just showing tits the entire time for clickbait, please stop.
We could say the same thing about guys, but I don't think girls simp that hard. So the problem here is the dudes that are simping, right? So if you guys would stop, then we wouldn't have this problem. But I guess to continue on with that, if you know how to wrench on your own car,
that's one thing,
that is fully worth fully worth respect, and it's worth all the views and the shares and whatever, right? But if you are just posing on a stock BRZ with plastic dipped wheels or something and some stickers,
you've ever seen.
Yeah, we're not about that here. We're about real builds.
Please stop simping.
So for number 3 on this list, it is going to be electric car owners. Marshall, I know you feel incredibly strongly about this one.
Now, I'm not talking smack on everyone who owns a Tesla, but I am talking smack on most of them. More specifically, the ones that just hop into comment section and become warriors. It's like, I have a Model 3, and now I'm superior because my car is faster than 80% of the other cars on the road. Like, that, to me, is one of the most AIDS things in the car community. Like, I just hate to see videos of people racing Teslas, or a video talking smack about the quality of Teslas, and then you get all these snooty little owners in the comments like, oh, well, I don't need to get oil changes on my Tesla. Oh, I can go 200 miles without going to a gas station with my Tesla. That shit's annoying. Stop that. This is becoming a stop that video real fast.
It really is.
Like, that's annoying. No one cares. You're not a car enthusiast because you have an electric car. And they're ugly, too.
You see the license plates that say LOL gas. Yeah, well, it's not going to be funny when it's -4 out and you're dead on the side of the road, you know? Like,
and, let me do some more background talking. Like, I have driven a Tesla before, and, I went into it, and I was trying to hate it. Like, really hate it. When I drove it, I was like, it didn't drive bad.
They make good daily drivers.
Yeah, the accelerator pedal, like super linear. The steering wasn't bad in it either, like I was pleasantly surprised by that. But then around the car and it's just overly quirky. Hate the screen. You have to like go into a menu and open up the glove box in it.
Yeah,
like that's stupid. Give me a latch. That is another thing that we had brought up, I think, in the last Around the Block, was we need to stick with the manual, like latches, levers, that kind of stuff. The analog way.
It feels better.
Yeah, it just feels so much better. And not to mention, it's like
it's robust.
Yeah, it's robust, but it's like when the car dies and like you got no power. What do? If you lock something in the glove box, you're just screwed. So it's, I mean, especially like with most newer cars, they've got like these giant screens on them. I'm just like, like when it comes to car enthusiasts, I think most of us like the analog.
I like my thousands crap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like
analog gauge clusters for the win.
For the win.
Yep, so true.
Manual climate control knobs and stuff, like buttons.
I like to hear it click.
Yes, give me tactile feedback all day. You're not cool because you have a Tesla. You don't automatically get a participation medal for being in the car community if you have one. You can't mod them either. I mean, what? You can like lower one and put wheels on it.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a couple that I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like they're on bags, It's like,
I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
I mean, cool. Your Ford wheel drive Tesla can beat our Corvette, a Beamer, but we don't kiss dudes, so it's okay.
Yeah, I don't care that your car is faster than mine.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care.
Catch me on the track, homie.
The biggest thing that brings us joy as car enthusiasts is the sound, the feel, shifting gears,
The connection you have.
like the actual connection to the car. That I've said that before, and I'll say it again. I really think that Tesla owners, there's like, okay, yep. That's it. Like, you don't hear anything. Like, it just pedal to the floor. And especially the Mach E, bro. Like, with the speakers that have the exhaust. Like, that is so lame. Like, there is literally gay sex that is less gay than that. So coming in at number 4 is going to be people who talk on other car enthusiasts but don't have anything to back it up. So this one I am very passionate about because as somebody who posts online for the world to see, which in my case the world is 600 subscribers, so thank you guys. Especially on Instagram. Instagram is just full of hate everywhere, which I think it's a good thing. It's definitely fun. There are people that like comment on some of my videos, or like I posted this one of the supercharged Tahoe that we have, and this guy was basically saying like, oh, you should put that motor in a cooler car, like that thing's lame, whatever. And I'm just like, so I look at his profile, and this guy drives a 1990 something Honda Civic, and I'm like, okay, bro, stock, like completely stock with like a little wing on it, like what? I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, like.
Stock ride height.
And so I'm like, okay, the supercharged Tahoe is by no means fast. It's not a fast car, right? But it could still gap the shit out of a 90s Civic. So if you're gonna talk crap on somebody like that, like at least have something to back it up.
What if their friend has a faster car than you?
Funny that you say that, because this guy said, I told him I'd still gap him in the Tahoe because, like we can't lie on the channel. So he said,
we don't tell lies
we
here.
don't tell lies here. So he says, my friend has a 5.0 or a 4.6 New Edge Mustang that would walk this thing. And I'm like, I've had two New Edge Mustangs, guys, and they're slow as shit. I had one that I put the twin turbos on, and that one was mildly fast, but it still was not anything to write home about. The 4.6 has glass rods in it. Like, you really can't push anything more than 400 horsepower without building the block. And on top of that, the 5-speed in those are not much better. It's like the 5-speed can probably handle 450 horsepower. Like,
I got another one for you guys. Similar thing. So like I commented on like a video with like a newer M3 before they updated the dash and went with the big screen. They had like a gauge cluster and then the separate screen. And I was just saying, oh yeah, it looks way better than the old one. And then some kid rolls in the comment section and like, he's talking on my E46. And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, all my cars are paid off, like.
Sorry, the bank.
And then I go and look at his profile. It's on private, pussy mode. Don't be just hopping in the comment section or like going on people's profiles and talking smack when you drive some piece of shit and you're broke. It's cool to be broke and like do what you can with your brokenness.
Exactly.
Right? Or hype up the scene. I mean, like try to be nice to other people.
Exactly. True, yeah. If you're broke, you don't get to talk shit. You have to wait until you have a fast car.
Exactly. We all did our time. It's like when I was in high school and college, I didn't have the money for a nice car, so like I slapped a eBay turbo kit on my Mustang. It wasn't fast, but like it took energy and time to get to a place where like you can at least talk crap on some people. When I was just driving, a stock Honda Del Sol, I couldn't talk crap to people.
No.
I had to map that motherfucker to get it to go up to 45 miles an hour. Like I was getting gapped by Kia Souls.
The older you get, the less you want to do that anyway.
Exactly.
It's all these young kids,
Yeah. It's the young kids for sure that are coming in talking smack, and it's like, no, you gotta have something before you start talking.
Even if it's a share.
Yeah, exactly.
Just have something.
Just have something, please.
Just have something and slam it
as hard as you can.
Yeah, just
to the ground.
Honestly,
camber builds are the coolest builds out there, right?
I'm saying, man.
Scraping.
Dude, can you put that picture of the Ford Taurus wagon from the 90s just slam? And like you could take any car and slam it and it's automatically better.
That is true.
That is true.
And if it's a weird car too, more points.
Yeah.
That is true. Like if you guys want to see the Cadillac Brougham limo slammed on bags, let us know in the comments. I want to slam that thing so bad, dude. You have no idea. But, we need to make some money first, so subscribe. Like and subscribe so we can make our dreams come true.
Alright, and for number 5, we have Respect All Builds, which is something I don't think we should do. I don't think we should.
Why not? Why not?
Because there are some true out there. that do not deserve respect. I mean, you can't just slap stickers, vinyl wrap, some chrome tin on there, slam it, and put on some reps and call it a day.
That's true.
You can't do that. You can't do it.
I blame the Instagram algorithm. I think it's even worse than that. I think it's more like people with stock Kia Souls who just get magically picked up by, like, you know, the TikTok waves, and then they ride the wave to the shore, and somehow they get 20,000
Do you think
followers.
it's a meme sometimes?
I mean,
they're
I feel like
taking it serious. It has to be a meme
It has to be a meme sometimes. Like, it has to be something that
But
people are
there are
like,
people
check
liking
this
these
shit
videos.
out.
Because it's funny.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no way they're being serious.
I don't know.
Well, the good thing is that a lot of times when I check the comments on these, because I'm like, okay, there's no way that people are taking this serious. Some people are, and it makes me a little sad.
Concerned.
But it makes me very concerned. But the other thing is that, especially on Instagram, because Instagram is ruthless, a lot of times you'll open up the comments and people are like, delete your account right now. Like, sell the car.
Bring
like,
back
like,
bullying.
sending
back
hate
bullying.
from Colorado. Like,
Yeah.
I love it. And so, as bad as it sounds, like, we do need to bring bullying back. Bullying is what creates your shell. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows forever, and not everybody's going to like your stuff. So I think there needs to be a point where people realize, like, hey, you know what? Maybe that was stupid. Because I will be completely honest with you guys right now. When I was in high school, I got my first car. It was a 2007 Nissan Xterra. And I loved that car to death. I started learning how to work on cars with it. It was great. And so one day, I was watching Fast and Furious, and I said, you know what? I'm going to plastic up the wheels. I'm going to throw an AutoZone hood scoop on it.
Oh,
So I got bullied for that, and rightfully so.
You did.
I'm going to be honest. That 100% is grounds for bullying.
Yes.
And you know what? I didn't kill myself over it. I took the hood scoop off and learned a lesson. Another thing that we were going to add to this video was we were going to say, you know, ricers are ruining the car community. But then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I think 99% of the car community at one time
humble beginnings.
was a ricer, right? We were all ricers at one point. A lot of people start off as ricers, and we need ricers to blossom into the car community that we have today.
Put a picture of the Civic in.
Oh yes, the
God.
yellow Civic
The Civic.
right
But
here.
before then, oh god.
Oh, yeah.
Ricer beginnings.
Yes,
Ricer
we
beginnings.
all had ricer beginnings, and that's how we grow.
You get
So.
you get hammered and forged into the
You kind of have to
person
get
that you
bullied
are.
into being a decent car person.
That is so true, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you get bullied into having taste.
Yeah, I can agree with that actually. It's a pretty solid way of saying that. So as we were saying about respect all builds, if you go on Instagram and look up hashtag respect all builds, you'll see exactly what we're trying to get at. It is a bunch of stock cars with stickers as mods, and
Maybe a wing.
if on
Maybe
a
the
good day,
eBay Vortex generator.
but just they want respect, and I think they should get bullied instead.
Should we show them? What do you think of this one right here?
Yeah, that one's pretty
This
rough.
one's pretty bad. This is looking like a Celica GT. Not even a GTS. 1ZZ, 120 horsepower Corolla engine. POS.
Yeah, and also on top of that, if you got your wheels from Discount Tire, automatic disqualification from respecting your build. We do need to start disrespecting more builds. If it was up to me. So.
I just like taste. I don't know why it's so hard to just have taste, guys. It's just coils,
Good
some nice
wheels.
wheels and tires.
Yeah.
Keep your paint clean, and that's really all you need for a clean build. If it's going to be simple and easy, just that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
You don't need stickers and these wings. It just looks like complete dog shit.
Yeah, respecting all builds, that's something that was created by people with
builds.
with taste and builds. Like, I'm sorry, I'm never going to call your stock 350Z with plastic dipped wheels and windshield banner a build. It's never going to be a build. Quit trying to force me to call it a build, because it's not.
It's not going to work.
Alright, so one thing I was gonna say is another terrible thing you can do is like take a stock car and like put a wrap on it. Stock ride height, stock wheels, and then you just wrap it some like wacky color. Poorly wrapped.
How about a Tesla?
A wrapped Tesla.
Like chrome gold.
Why are they all wrapped such colors?
It's
Did you guys ever see that guy who, I don't even know what kind of car it was, but like the guy just like super glued pennies all over his car?
Oh, I saw this one yesterday. It's like a clear wrap, and this guy put like hundreds under.
Dollar bills in it.
Yeah, he
hundreds.
put like the
God,
hundreds
bro.
under the wrap.
Like he's gonna go into the hood and
That was pretty bad.
and the funny part was that all the comments in that were like, this is actually super clean, bro. Like, this is so sick. And I'm like, but it's not. Like, it's actually
It's the
not.
people that are pumping up the they're hyping up the taste. How do you think that's cool?
I'm trying to think, what is like the one ultimate sin that you can do that
The ultimate sin
The
for
ultimate sin.
builds.
I hate to cut you off. We had a good conversation about it. Like, what is the shittiest car mod?
Oh,
I said
mod.
stickers just because it's the easiest to get and it immediately ruins the aesthetic of a car.
Plasti dipping, like
I was gonna say
wheels.
plasti dip. I think plasti dip is the worst modification you can do to your car.
And because it does look like shit really fast.
It does, yeah.
Like if you plasti dipped anything, like a year later, it looks bad.
Like dog shit.
Yeah, it looks like faded, and then it's hard to take off too.
Yeah, it is.
It's a bitch to take off.
It is.
I mean,
terrible.
but stickers is a good one though.
Mechanical wise, what's the worst mod that you can do to your car?
Is it gotta be like a straight super gay blow-off valve? An auto shift knob, where they have like
auto shift knob, auto
God.
shift boot.
When you see an automatic car and they have like the carbon fiber shift knob in it, and they're like, okay, drive.
Aftermarket shift knob in the automatic.
Yeah, that might be the worst
It
modification.
just makes the freaking park to drive shift just out of this world.
I know. I got it weighted so I could get to drive faster. Shaved 0.3 seconds off of my commute.
What's the most common clap car? Most like stands out that just looks like complete.
BRZ.
I was about to say BRZ. Yeah.
Like BRZ is. I mean,
they can be cool though.
They can be cool, but like most, again,
like 80% are just
exhaust.
Yeah, most people that have them,
unequal length headers. It's like
they're like, okay, I'm gonna get the worst fitting wide body I possibly can and rattle can it, like a slightly off shade color to my car, just because I didn't want to pay to get it, professionally painted.
Like wheels can make or break the car.
Yeah,
you know?
that is true.
I'm like
I'm saying,
I
bro.
don't even care if they're reps most of the time, as long
Mm-hmm.
as you pick something that's like semi-tasteful. You know?
Yeah, like some Rota grids.
Yeah, I mean, I with the Rota grid. Like, I do. Like Rota's not a bad company.
I like Rota.
Yeah, I think they're alright.
Because they make wheels that are like cheaper than Rota's, like JNCs and shit, and like circuit performance wheels.
Yeah,
those are like you could buy like a set of circuit performance wheels for under $500, which maybe that's cool. But no.
I mean, if you got to get into the scene, sure.
Right.
You got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do. Just take the center cap off so the homies can't tell,
Fake it till you make it.
For a while.
There's people that like just say, oh, like you have to have real wheels. You got to have real wheels. It's
that's
like
the show, guys. Dude.
I know. I'm like, I think that's
is.
like there's a lot that can be said about like having real wheels and like paying like top dollar for it. I mean, obviously you're gonna get much higher quality, but it's like, quit trashing on the people that are just getting into it. The ones that are just like they're just like, yeah, I just want to change up the look of my car a little bit. Like I'm not looking for a show build. That's if you can't afford it, that's okay. Just get some like decent wheels.
And
but
some people daily drive their car too. Like,
yeah,
you don't want to be
beating
bending,
up.
A BBS LM. Just street driving your car places.
Like I said, the discount tire ones that are just like they're bent from the factory. Like
you drop them down.
Yeah, I mean there are some that like they're so cheap that they're just extremely dangerous. Once it becomes dangerous,
don't buy them.
Yeah, don't buy them. Like if you go on eBay and say, hey, you know what?
AliExpress.
Yeah, like some AliExpress wheels. Like hey, yeah, bro, I just got these wheels for $200.
You know what another bad mod is? Brake caliper covers.
Oh
my god, dude! I hate brake caliper
covers.
That's a good one.
Brake caliper covers are just the worst.
The M3 brand that I bought and put in my car had the red brake caliper covers on them that said like racing on them.
Sometimes aren't like the actual rotor smaller than the brake caliper, like the fake one they have on there.
Yeah.
Dude, this looks terrible. It looks so bad.
We are not gonna let people get away with brake caliper covers for much longer.
I'm taking them off your cars. We're just
gonna start taking them off.
Alright guys, that's all we had for this episode of Around the Block, discussing the worst kind of people that are destroying the car community today. If you guys disagreed with anything we said or agreed, let us know in the comment section. We'll come down in there, we'll argue with you. Go ahead and leave a like and a subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're going to be making more Around the Block videos very soon. Thank you very much guys, have a good one.